In the latest news today, one Afghan guard was killed in a firefight at the perimeter of Kabul airport, where thousands of people are still amassing trying to get on evacuation flights. Well, our senior reporter Catherine Norris-Trent is one of the very few Western reporters currently in Kabul, and she's on the line for us now. Catherine, you've spent some time witnessing those evacuations at the airport. Tell us how things are moving.
Hi there, Nadia. Well, the flights are still taking off. We can see them in the hills behind us here, taking off from Kabul airport on a regular basis. And officials were saying now that they were managing to get those rotations happening, not back to back, but steadily. And that's what we witnessed ourselves inside the military airbase there. But we also know that those very chaotic scenes are continuing around the perimeter of Kabul airport, where there are still thousands and thousands of people amassed there. We drove around that area a little earlier on ourselves and saw, the desperate crush of people, as well as Taliban there trying to disperse the crowds, but, firing in the air, whipping people in front of our eyes. And, that creates waves of panic with people running all over the place. And, of course, we've seen deadly scenes at these crushes outside the airport. At least 7 people have been killed in a stampede a few days ago. And German officials also saying that 1 person was killed and at least 3 others injured in a shooting outside the airport today. Confirmed by medical officials here in Kabul as well. Now, it's not clear exactly how that shooting happened. I mean, when we were at the airport ourselves, we heard regular shots being fired. A lot of the time, they're shots in the air, warning shots to get the crowds to disperse, but clearly that's very dangerous. And even coming into Kabul, I saw 1 British soldier who'd received a bullet to the arm. So it's not clear what happened yet, whether it was a stray bullet or whether indeed it was an attack, because it's not just the Taliban that propose perhaps a security threat to some people's eyes here in Kabul, but there's, an Islamic State group affiliate in the area as well. And, whenever there's big crowds gathered in one place for long periods of time, that can very easily become the target of an attack here in Kabul.